trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. Dice for y'all, now I gotta up price for y'all. Snake eyes on dice for y'all, shoulders on ice for y'all. Frozen. H6 all the hate, I won't get involved today. Got lost in the ball today.
Yo, what is up guys? It's your boy Daniel Superdry here, and today we are reviewing an R56 Mini Cooper S. So this is the top of the line turbo edition, second generation Mini that BMW has put out after purchasing Mini around the year 2000. And can I just say, this car just packs a punch, and it is just so intoxicating just to keep, you know, flooring it. So we're gonna take it for a spin around the block and see how she does. So this Mini Cooper has a sport mode, and what this sport mode does is just tighten up the steering and adds some massive pops and bangs that you might be able to hear through this exhaust. And once you put it into like this normal mode, it is just the perfect daily. It is just quiet, it's economical, good on fuel, and it just, you know, it just drives well. But once it's in sport mode, bro, it is just another level. And I'll just show you. We'll do a quick little pull here. Second gear pull. And it just wants to keep going. Like, it just, like, it is just so confident, inspiring that you just want to keep sending it. Even though it's a 1.6 liter engine, that turbocharger kicks in at 3000 RPM, and it just makes it so much more fun and so much more enjoyable. So this is essentially the perfect hot hatch if you don't want a Golf R, because, you know, not everyone wants to be part of that stereotypical demographic. Yes, it does lack some creature comforts of, you know, a car you would expect from 2010. From factory, this car did not come with Bluetooth, it did not come with cruise control, no heated seats, no dual control climate. So it was really just basic, to say the least. But there's nothing wrong with it because it has everything you need. And with this manual gearbox, it is just so clicky and it is so notchy that it is just so satisfying to change a gear. And I've never felt a gearbox that has so little play and so little just like moving around this, that it is just so satisfying to go into gear and you just want to keep shifting in the 6-speed gearbox. It's paired with the N14 engine that BMW has gotten from Peugeot, and yes, reliability isn't the best, but if you keep the maintenance up and just, you know, do your oil changes, your services, it can be a good platform. Though the N18, the newer generation, the LCI, the facelift, is the better option here. So if you're interested in picking up a R56 Mini Cooper S, I would recommend you try find a and post LCI version, which is the facelift. Even though it had minimal differences to the first gen R56. And with the electric power steering, or electric steering I should say, it is so much more responsive than your typical power steering, which is hydraulic. You just feel the confidence to take corners at such high speeds because the steering is just so responsive, and like, it's the perfect weekender. Like, you could take this on the Togue and just, you know, just thrash it. Like, right now we're just taking this slight turn and I can apex it so well into the corner, and it just hugs it, and it's like, it doesn't lose traction at all, which is just amazing for a car that is, you know, just over a ton and has so little power. But this legit feels like a go-kart, given that, you know, it's just so small, and you just wanna to like take it around corners all the time. Oh hey look, it's another Mini. That's the I think that's the R53 actually. But you just wanna speed around in it all the time. And this car just revs out so well as well. It's like miss a gear, but it does rev out all the way to 7,000 RPM, which isn't crazy in terms of like VTEC and all that, but this is a Peugeot engine at the end of the day. So you gotta give it credit where credit is due. And given that this is essentially a BMW, the interior feels luxurious. It feels comfortable, and as we come up some twisties over here, it just hugs it. Like, hugs it. The interior feels very luxurious. It has RGB lighting. For a car that's made in 2009, RGB lighting was ahead of its time. Even though you can only control the 9 preset colors from the switch up right here, it still is something cool. You have the cloth seats in here, which do hug you pretty well, but it could be better. Like, let's be honest, like it doesn't really bolster you down as much. It could be that these seats are worn, but I would expect something better from a said BMW. It is very comparable to the Golf cloth, like the picnic table seats that you'd see in a Golf. And when people ask me what first car they should get, and they want a hot hatch, you know, you'd go to your Golf R's and all that, but the Mini is really underrated, given that it has potential for a lot of performance. This current Mini is running a short ram air intake, a Cobra Sport resonated exhaust, which I have to say, it is so subtle, but it just works and it sounds so brilliant. It has upgraded racing brake pads. Ooh, what is that, a Lotus? Oh, that's an MG? A Bath? It's got that wrong completely. But it just wants to go, and the pops and bangs you get from the exhaust is so satisfying. And I hate to use the word satisfying so much, but this car is satisfying. As we come up to some twisties right here, just drop a gear and ooh, we can really speed, and the braking is amazing. So with, you know, the storms in Mount Dandenong, we can't really go to the Toad. So luckily my local area has some perfect bends where you can test it out, and it just hugs it. Like, this car just keeps blowing me away at how well it can corner and it can handle. As this Hyundai is cut in front of me, we can take this corner and it just, oh, it's just so good. And then, whoa, again. And this turbo, the blow off, again, the car has a auto spring upgrade and a forged blow-off valve, so you get all the right turbo noises. It just, for what it is, this car is amazing. It just keeps, like that turbo wrist, like once the turbo kicks in, you just can't help but smile, because even though you could say this car kind of lacks a little bit of power, the turbo makes up for it, which is amazing. Like, I know when the Minis first came out with the R53, a lot of Mini purists, they really hated on it because it wasn't what the Minis in the past were. Because the Mini is an iconic name. You know, the original Minis, they changed the whole hatchback market, the whole car market, as a matter of fact. So you would expect that the modern day Mini would be revolutionary, but it's picked up its own, you know, own group of individuals that love and enjoy it, and the community is ripe and it's very, yeah. You just can't help but rev this car out. The euphoria, the nirvana you get from just sending it is just, it's hard to describe actually. interested in picking up an R56 Mini here in Australia, used, you're looking at spending about 15 to 20k for a good, clean example that has all of its service history, maintenance done, and all of that. For R53s, the previous generation, you could look at spending, I don't know, about, I'd say 8 to 10k for a good example. Just note that the R53Ss were supercharged and the R56s were turbocharged to cut cost. But I've got no complaints with this turbo setup. Like you can't go wrong with a turbo. Like, you can't. So that's gonna wrap it up, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is my first car review, so go easy on me. But yeah, this has been the R56 Mini Cooper S Turbo. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more car reviews, more car content, more tech. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
Never again, no, never again.